Duh. Have you ever noticed something a little uncomfortable? Some people earn what most would call a really good salary, yet they still feel anxious about money. They're not broke, not even struggling, just ... permanently tight. And what's really strange is that the higher their salary goes, the more trapped they often feel. So today, let's talk about why that happens and what you can do about it. Picture a pretty normal situation, maybe in the US or Europe. You're in your late 20s or early 30s. You've done what you were supposed to do. You got the education, landed a job, and now you have a steady income. Let's say you earn around $70,000 a year before taxes. After taxes, healthcare, and all the social contributions, the take-home pay is roughly $4,100 a month. Now, on paper, that sounds comfortable, right? But let's watch where it actually goes. First, your rent or mortgage in a decent area, that's probably around $1,500. Then there's the car payment or lease, another $480. Add in insurance, fuel, and maintenance for that car. And you're looking at another $270 less. Not forget student loans or maybe some personal loans, which can easily be $320 a month. And finally, credit cards and all those subscriptions we forget about. That's another $180. So, before you've even bought food, saved a single dollar, or done anything fun, about $2,750 of your paycheck is already gone. Just vanished. Now, add in groceries, utilities, your phone bill, and maybe going out with friends a couple of times, and suddenly the month ends with very, very little room to breathe. And this is where most people make a quiet, almost invisible mistake. They assume the solution is just to earn more money. A bigger salary will fix it, right? But the real issue isn't the salary itself. It's what a good salary unlocks access to. It gets you into a better apartment. It qualifies you for a newer, nicer car. It makes getting credit approval way easier. Essentially, it raises the limit on what lenders consider an acceptable monthly payment for you. The system doesn't punish you for earning more. It simply invites you to commit more of your future income. And by the end of that loan, the car itself will likely be worth less than half of that. What about that $300-and-$20 student loan payment? If you're paying that for 15 years, that's nearly $58,000 you've paid back. Now, here's the tricky part. None of these decisions feel reckless when you make them. In fact, they feel responsible. They feel normal. They even feel like the mature adult thing to do. But when you combine them, they quietly strip away all your financial flexibility. Getting a good salary becomes proof that we're making progress in life. And progress demands visible upgrades. A better place to live, a nicer car to drive. These upgrades, in turn, demand long-term financial commitments. And once those commitments are locked in, that good salary no longer feels good. You're earning just to maintain the lifestyle you've built. Over time, this creates a really strange emotional outcome. Getting a raise doesn't reduce your stress. A bonus seems to disappear almost instantly. But money remains this constant, low-level pressure in the background. And it's not because you're being irresponsible. It's because the very structure of your finances leaves you with no margin for error, no breathing room. So what do financially intelligent people do differently? They don't avoid earning more money. They just avoid locking their future self into fixed, long-term obligations too early in the game. They don't just ask, "Can I afford this monthly payment with my current salary?" Instead, they quietly ask themselves a much more powerful question. What does this purchase require me to earn every single month for the foreseeable future? They protect their financial space. They value reversibility, the ability to undo a financial decision without a huge penalty. They might delay certain upgrades, not out of fear, but out of a clear understanding of the long-term trade-offs. If this pattern goes unchecked, the long-term cost isn't poverty. You'll likely always have enough to get by. The real cost is being permanently dependent on your next paycheck. But your sense of freedom never does. And sadly, most people don't notice this has happened until much, much later in life. This isn't about feeling guilty or regretting past decisions. It's about recognizing a fundamental truth. A good salary doesn't automatically equal financial progress. Real progress comes from what your income allows you to choose, not what it commits you to. It's about the freedom you create, not the obligations you can afford. Thanks so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, give it a like and subscribe for more content on building a life with more financial freedom.